Good afternoon. Another drive-through with Don. This is a little different. I'm not driving. I'm a little bit wet. In fact, more than a little bit wet. I actually feel pretty soaked. We'll get past hurricane season, I hope, relatively soon. But wanted to share with you, I was having a discussion with somebody yesterday that's moving up in a company. And as they've gotten up in the leadership position, and we were talking about the meetings that I'm doing with them. And one question I asked, what would make the meeting better? And they said, well, we'd love to have an agenda. I said, really, that's interesting. Why would you like an agenda? And as they proceeded to talk, the concern I began to have is they seem to feel a need for structure, which all of us have that need, and it's an important need. But yet at the same time, where the focus is on them as the audience and it's really about them, I'm glad to provide a structure, but at the high level this person was at, what my fear is they don't have the ability to create their own structure. I think there's a confidence in being able to create your structure. There's also a skill of being able to build a structure as you're in a conversation with a person or a group of people, and you can shift the structure where it needs to go, but you do it so the audience feels comfortable. So I put together an agenda, sent it out to them, and we're going to go back and forth on it. But I think I need to have the conversation with them, which I did not at that time, and tell them I'm very uncomfortable that you seem to need me to build structure for you. Let's talk through this, because I think they've got to start going in the meetings, whether or not the meeting's their meeting or not, and look at the structure of the meeting, be willing to influence it, and if they're smart, they'll actually, before the meeting, try to influence the agenda, what's on the agenda, making sure the meeting runs on time, doing it with somebody else's meeting is a little different than doing it with their own. But I think if this person really wants to move up, which they seem to have ambition to do, they have to get confidence in creating their own structure. So when I hire people for my organization, one of the things I look for, do they need structure, which means they'll probably stay at lower levels of the organization, or do they have the ability to create, morph their own structure and a structure that fits the audience? And in that case, they can move to the upper levels probably of our organization. In fact, they might even have the ability to own their own business someday. So wanted to share that with you because I think structure is good to a point, but there's a point where we need other people who are capable of building and morphing structure. Thank you for your time.